Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're going to have a look at Hela. I have been able to get an additional 2 copies to get her up to that 10-star mark, and we will be getting an additional part of the Oath Force unlocked, which is why I've gone for it. So the chance to apply seal is increased to 70%. This seal effect, do not underestimate this seal effect. It is very, very powerful, and going from 50 to 70% gives an additional layer of consistency, which I think personally is required. She also, each time an ally takes action, all allies gain 1 million plus 10% attack and defense with no stack limit. What I think is really, really powerful about this is the no limit part. So effectively, if 5 of your units take action in round 1, they get a minimum of 10 million. All allies get a million 10 million attack and defense, and plus the 10%, or it will be 10 million. Currently it's 5 million, so effectively double the effectiveness of this. Plus she gets an additional 1% attack, HP and defense bonus as well. Before we do jump in and before we do level her up, what I am going to do, jump into Lost City, and I am going to hold up. And I am going to go all the way down here. We're going to test on chapter 400 against this Dawnbringer Allies team. And as you can see, been testing out a couple of various different setups. But what we want to do is test Hela at 4 stars, 9 stars technically, and then what we will do is we will test her again at 10 stars and just see how well she performs and what the difference is. So let me go ahead and build a team and then we'll jump straight in. Okay, so we've got a team set up here. It looks a bit strange, I know, but what we are, before I do actually, what we are going to be looking for really is the additional actions. So Gaia takes additional actions, or she has the chance to. I believe it's 75% chance to take an additional action with her half-red runes. We also have Isis, who, as part of her Oath Force passive, does have, I believe it's Oath Force, does have the chance to take an additional action as well. There are a couple of other units that do want to take an additional action, but I think this is, for now, the most coherent setup. So we will test out the damage that we can get with Hela here, and just see whether or not it makes a difference when we bump her up to 10 stars, because Hela's passive, it does apply her attack, or 60% of her attack, to the rest of the team, and if you have her runes you get an additional 50%. And I do have her additional runes as well. We're also going to increase our max speed, which means we're going to go first. We've got our protection and our double attacks as well, so we'll see just how many actions we can take. So as you can see, attack has been increased. Again, attack being increased, and we do get this additional action here from Gaia. No attack up though, so every time we take action we are supposed to be getting an additional bit of attack and defense as well. So it's what that so currently 5 million. So we're seeing alright damage numbers, nothing super special at the moment. I might try a different team, but as it stands at the moment, Gaia has taken an additional action, which means that the team in total will take much more damage. I think we got up to an additional 5 million attack and defense just from that passive alone. So let me go ahead and build another team, and then we'll go ahead and test that out. Okay, so we've jumped back in. Let's jump in and let's see this team in action again. This is still a 9-star Hela, and we are looking to not take as many actions as possible with this team, but we are looking to get as much damage output as possible. Now, no burn, no corrode on this particular team, so we won't see the enemies drop like flies as we did in the last one. But as you can see, our entire team is getting pumped up at the moment, and we have unlocked back row ultimates for the the team here. So we are doing how much? 1,988 million. It's not altogether too much damage, especially against these enemies. But we are increasing Hela's attack with, well, attack and HP with the swap that Dahlia did. And as you can see, Gaia here popping off. It's absolutely, it's phenomenal. Good damage there, 10,000 million. And we are protected with thanks to the flame banner, which is the reason that I'm running it. Now, enemies did get stunned there, but it's not super relevant. Again, that is part of that is part of Hela's passive. That if she is hit 5 times in the same round, I mean, flipping heck. If she is hit 5 times in the same round, it looks like we do stun, and that is a hefty chunk of damage from Dahlia here. And it looks like Hela to do the most, of course, 60%. So very, very strong. So what we'll do, we'll try this again one more time. What we're going to do is just have a look at the damage numbers that we can get with this team. I might need to switch things up because Atrops is faster. So maybe putting Dahlia on the back row, something like that. We'll see, though. We'll see. So again, we get all of our relics to proc. We do unlock ultimates for this back row, which means that Gaia is going to ultimate at least twice on this particular run. So again, 2,364 million from Ophelia. We're seeing around the same damage numbers. Those are without crits, so we'll just see how much damage we can get done. On a basic, Dahlia doing 8,600 million. Not bad at all, especially with the swap. And then that's Gaia's 2 actions, which does increase the attack and defense by an additional 1 million plus 10% with no stack limit. So again, we are looking for as many actions as possible, but it is what it is. And Hela there stunning the entire team, 64,000 million, and we do get the double ultimate as well. So around 55 to 65,000 million or billion, as we see here, and then Dahlia to do around the same damage numbers as we've seen. So what I am going to do, Hela again to do the most damage. We will try this again, exact same setup. But what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and advance Hela to that 10-star mark. So go ahead, quick select, jump in, and this is what we get. So we get the attack bonus, the HP bonus, all the stats, or the baseline stat bonus, plus then so this is the seasonal buff. We don't need to worry about this too much because this is going to go away in around a week's time. But we do unlock this part of the passive as well. So when we get up to 12 stars for Hela, which is going to be a very long time before we get that. The number of targets is increased to 2, so applying seal, and we get up to 3 million plus 20% if we did get her up to 12 stars. So let's jump in and let's see just how much it improves the damage for Hela here and the rest of the team as well. Remember, Hela does apply the oath passive or the pledge. I think it's Death's Pledge, something like that, right at the start of the round. So we are getting 60 plus 50% of Hela, so it's 110% of Hela's attack to the rest of the team. Plus then every time an ally takes action, we're also increasing attack and defense by 2 million. So if we had a team of all units, so around the same sort of damage we're looking at for Ophelia here, and that's without crits, 2,000 million. Around that. We do get a lower score with Dahlia because there was no crit involved there, but Gaia does seem to be popping off here and applying all of this corrode to the enemies. The triple there, which just means that Gaia's passive is going to absolutely pop off here. Yeah, again, we'll have to see. Maybe changing Elisha out for Gaia in this instance, but we'll see. How much damage are we doing here? So an additional, what, 10,000 million, something like that. And actually less damage than we've seen previously. But let's see how this applies with Atrops passive and Dahlia switching as well. And it looks like we get an additional 100,000 damage from Dahlia just with that level up from Hela as well. So a good showing, I think. What I'm going to do, let's try this again. We'll try it with Elisha this time. Having Elisha on the team, I think, may benefit us significantly. because of the attack and the HP increases that she provides on crit. Now, I don't think our crit rate is very high. No, we've got reflect rate at the moment, but I don't think it's very high at the moment. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe adding in the Excalibur relic rather than the Flame Banner might give us more damage output. But we want to keep it as consistent as possible. So let's see just how much we can get done here. Do we get any crits here? No, no crits, unfortunately. So no attack and HP increases for the team here. But we do get potentially a triple, or sorry, double from Elisha. Again, she doesn't have that same passive that we get with the rest of the team. And actually, Dahlia doing significantly more damage on her basic attack now that we've got a couple of crits in. So let's see how much damage Hela's doing here. Much less damage than we've seen. So apparently it is better to run. It is better to run Gaia over Elisha in these particular situations. And then we see massive damage there, 23,000 million from Elisha, and less damage overall. Yeah, okay, so it is better to run Gaia in this particular situation, probably because of the damage increase that she does provide when she applies Corrode, and also the fact that we reduce speed of enemies, plus we also get the double action on her turn as well. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and check this out. So Ophelia doing less damage, but we did get that miss. And around the same amount of damage, so 2,000 million. And Dahlia to do less damage because of no crits. But Gaia here, again, Gaia doing less damage than we've seen previously. But that might be more now than we've seen. So up to 13,000 million with her attacks. We don't get stunned this time around. Oh, maybe we do. Yeah, we do. That was quite cool. But Hela here to do less damage than we've seen. But again, probably due to no crits. We did get a crit that time and she did 70,000 million. That is tremendously high. And Ophelia to attack, and then we get Dahlia's switch. And she's doing, 256,000 million, enough to take these enemies out. And again, Hela to do the most. So let's go ahead and check Hela out in some PvP. Okay, so we've got a PvP lineup here. We are using Jormungand and Wuzetam as our Glorians. We've got Elisha and Eudora as our Ethereals. And I have also gone with Ethereal for Hela as well. Now, who should we pick? I think Monarch for PvP specifically would probably be the best, because we do have Elisha and Jormungand as Monarchs as is. Let's go ahead and check out how much damage we've got here. So enemies are using a mix of, it's all Monarchs, except for, I say it's all Monarchs, 3 Monarchs, 2 Phantoms on the enemy team. Let's go ahead and see just how much damage that we can do with this team. Now, we do get the proc for our relic here. Should be fine. We do get another proc there of that relic, applying stun as well, which is very cool. We do get those crits in, and we have Frozen Mavis as well. We do get those misses, but it is what it is. We get our crit damage going up as well. So reasonable amounts of damage from Eudora there. But again, enemies are covered in Holy Shield at the moment, so we are just hoping to get that out. Now we do see Wuzetan here. Hopefully she can steal. Yeah, so we did steal Janna. Does Janna go down from enemy Nerissa? No, she does not. She is stunned though, because Hela has been hit 5 times this round. Very impactful, especially against this enemy Pandora, and reasonable damage against Mavis as well, so just something to keep in mind. Now we get our relics to proc one more time, and we do we get the double? We do get the double, which will remove all of the, or almost all of the holy shields. We've just got to push our way through as much Mavis as possible. Lots of misses there, unfortunately. We're not even in seasonal content, so yeah, invincibility from Jormungand here. So decent damage, as we can see, and Mavis to do a little bit of damage, but not altogether too much. Wuzatam does take out an enemy stranger, but we've just built up enough attack and defense to survive. Hopefully this won't proc Pandora for too long. We'll see. So that's Sanctuary that's being applied there. Very good. Is this the one shot? No, and we get Sanctuary applied once again. That is not bad at all. So Hela doing reasonable damage there. Did take out enemy Janna. And we'll see just how much the rest of the team do here. So this is a secondary action from Jormungand as well. We're just building up this attack and HP and defense as well. And it looks like we've been able to break the million mark as well against our opponent. So we'll just see how much more. And looks like, yeah, we moved into the next round and immediately opposing Jormungand got sealed. So again, a very powerful effect, moving that up to 70%. That actually got me into Challenger when that happened. And what I mean by that is I was up against an opposing enemy Eudora, and my Hela managed to seal opposing enemy Eudora twice as well, 2 times in a row, and big damage there from Hela. A miss, unfortunately. Can we get it again from Jormungand? No, unfortunately not. Can we get finished off here? No, we cannot. But Eudora, hopefully, to do the job there. So that is excellent. And Eudora to do the most, of course. Hela, nowhere to be seen on this list, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and see how much she contributed. So, more than Jormungand, but not more than any other unit as well. Let me try it against a different team setup, and then we'll take from there. Okay, so we're against an opposing team here. A very, very strong, powerful team setup, mostly ethereals, but with Gaia there to slow the enemy, to slow us down. Hopefully it won't slow us down too much, but we'll just have to see. And we are bound as well, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, enemies will proc their relics first, of course, because they do have the highest speed. It is what it is, and we get the double attacks from our enemies here. Yeah, it's going okay so far, but we'll see. We will see. Would like to get a couple of hits in here. That would be nice. But because Hela has been hit 5 times in a row, it just means that all enemies are now stunned, which can be a very, very big factor. And we have removed all of the enemy's holy shields. So hopefully we can get a couple of hits in. But apparently not, because we are frozen and bound as well, which is a bit of a pain. So lots of damage to us here. Can enemy Eudora finish us off? No, because Hela was hit 5 times there. It just means that all enemies are now stunned. So the speed disadvantage that we did have has now dissipated. Yeah, it's not bad. And we do steal enemy Elisha as well. So Sanctuary has been, or Protect function has been applied, which is why enemy Elwyn did go down. Oh, sorry, enemy Elisha did go down there. Unfortunately, we have been frozen, and that burn effect is paying off for the enemy as well. But we are keeping up, which is what I wanted to see, to be honest. And Gaia here, how much damage is she doing? Too much. I think potentially we need to take out Jormungand and add in, what do you call it? Add in our own Gaia in order to compete. So bear with me 1 second. It looks like we did win. Oh my goodness me. Sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like we did win, despite the speed disadvantage, but bear with me. So there we go. We've got Gaia in now. And I think it's going to be very important for us to get that speed advantage. So now the playing fields are even. We should hopefully get our stuff to proc as well. At the same time, now that the speed disadvantage has effectively been nullified with our own Gaia. So as you can see, getting our relics off a lot faster, and stunning enemy Eudora as well. That's going to be huge for us in this one. So we do get our own Eudora to go and do what she needs to, and yeah, just taking them all out, increasing attack and defense. Very good. And we do unlock our passives on this back row, which is why our Gaia is going to ultimate now, taking out opposing Elisha, and then hopefully, yeah, taking out the rest of the team. That was really strong. Right, bear with me 1 second. Sorry about that, just had a parcel at the door. But yeah, as you can see, Hela at 10 stars is very, very effective. That seal chance going up is going to be really huge in PvP, especially sealing off enemy Eudoras in the mirror matchup. But yeah, I really, really do enjoy Hela. I believe at some point we'll be getting a skin for it as well to give it even more speed to help her compete as well against the other Fate summon units like Cleopatra, like Victoria. In my opinion, I do think with the changes that they've made to her oath, because her oath previously you didn't have the additional 15%. You just had each time an ally takes action, they gain 2 million. It was just that. And also, I believe the seal chance has gone up as well. I think it was at 25% previously, and then it went up to 50% at 8 stars. And then at 10 stars, it goes up. I think it was at 50%. At 8 stars, and they bumped it up to 70% now as well. So in my opinion, Hela at 10 stars is super, super effective. The jump from 9 stars to 10 stars, not only does it provide the attack, HP, and physical and magical defense increases, but it also provides that Oath Force passive level 2 as well. So very, very strong. I am very much enjoying using Hela in all sorts of different modes. Like for example, if we jump into my Palace of Penrose, up to currently floor 4001, and as you can see, do have Hela in my first team as well. It's so strange, like if I put Victoria or I put Cleo in this spot, it just doesn't work. But with Hela, because she applies her passive at the start of the round, even if she does go down, the passive is still active for the remainder of the round, rather than having to wait for Cleo to ultimate, or rather than having to have multiple units take multiple actions to increase attack and defense like with Victoria. Hela just applies the passive right at the start of the round, and as well, something to take note of. Where have you got to? I do have her exclusive runes, as you can see, and I've even got one up to legendary. But yes, so Pledge of Death effect is increased or enhanced by 50%. The Pledge of Death is currently sitting at 60%. Yep, currently sitting at 60%, so that is 110% in total for that. And if you do get her half red runes, which is what I'm going for next, it goes up to 75% as well, so an even further increase in HP. How far am I off that? Hold on. Let's have a look. Go into my inventory, and let's see. I'll take you. I am 500 off getting that slot 1 for her as well. It is what it is. Maybe next Foggy, or not next Foggy, maybe next season when Rift Odyssey unlocks again. So if you are not aware, the rewards for Hell, you do pick up these, the selectable ores, and you do pick up these more selectable ores, and then finally you do get 200 of these as well. These where have you got to? Yeah, 250 there as well. So maybe next season we'll be able to get Hela up to that 75% additional for the pledge. But that's it from me. Just want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope it's been informative, and you have a great day.